And we are live on YouTube. I am thankful and grateful for each and every one of you that is here today. And we will allow a minute or two for folks to get here.
Oh my God. Oh God. I am. Hello?
Yeah, yeah. Hey there, Jolene.
Oh my God. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. We're giving a
Mhm.
minute or two for folks to show up. It's all
Whew.
good. You could relax and listen today.
I am exhausted.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. So you can relax and listen.
Okay.
All righty. Thank you for coming.
Um,
What we can um uh start to think about is some of the things that I mentioned June uh in the July 2024 monthly soul vibes and zodiac natives. But I told you this was a fated and karmic event happening month. We'll get into that in just a second. In just a second. Uh, and we are live. This is on the sevens with Pifers B Metatron, where we do come to awaken, ascend, and expand. I am Pifers B Metatron, your hostess with the mostest. And today, you guys know the drill. Today is a very good day to be me. You know, every day is a very good day to be me. I believe this, I live this, I bees this, and I require this. So wherever and however you may be watching or listening this live broadcast and or listening or watching a simulcast or a replay, I want you to clear yourself, push everything out of your mind. We're going to take that one big 16 count deep breath, hold it. We're going to breathe in on a slow 16, hold it slow 16, and then release. Breathe in, hold, and release. Now, however and wherever you may be watching or listening, and as long as it is safe, look out away from you, staring at the nothing, and repeat this after me. Today is a very good day to be me. You know, every day is a very good day to be me. I believe this, I live this, I bees this, and I require this. And I guarantee you this. Should you make that mantra part of your daily rituals and then go about doing the things that it motivates and inspires you to do, your life will get better each and every day exponentially. I am thankful and grateful for all that are here. Um, and I wanted to just go backwards real quick and remind everyone of the July 2024 soul vibe. Remember when I told you guys it was a fated and karmic month, that there will be uh, karmic happenings, fated events, uh, uh, and whatever happened, it was destined and it was in the stars, so to speak. We are, 3 days uh past a shooting at a rally in Western Pennsylvania. There was a shooting. We all know who was involved, and we all know that it was Donald Trump that was hit by, I believe it was particle glass that came off of the teleprompter that actually hit Trump. I don't think the bullet actually hit him. I think it whizzed by him. And there's conspiracy theories going on both sides. I've been dealing with people that believe that Trump set this up for himself, which I think is ludicrous on its face. Would why would Trump set up a shooting and his ass was the main target? I don't think, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Also, I don't believe that this was a Republican or a right-wing thing to cause a distraction, because the Republicans didn't need a distraction. One side needed a distraction because the talk was just, it was nonstop about Joe Biden and his mental acuity and if he should step down, and the infighting that's going on in the Democratic Party currently about that. And that's all fine and dandy. That's really, really cool for the political pundits on talk radio and cable TV to dive into. It's deeper than Trump. It's deeper than Joe Biden. It's deeper than American politics. It's deeper than political rhetoric, and it's deeper than perceived racial animus. It's deeper than a couple of human beings manipulating 300 million human beings. It's way deeper than that. At the time of the shooting, Mars, planet of aggression, anger, planet of wars, conjuncted Uranus, which covers rallies of people. So Mars shooting conjunct Uranus at a rally of people. And then simultaneously at the same time, there were other minor planetary aspects that called for skepticism of the event and or / governmental assistance in the event. Now, I'm not going to come on here and speculate about who could have done what. I don't know. I don't know, and it's not for me to speculate. However, I do know this: can't nobody get that close to an ex-president normally. It was a whole bunch of bad choices and bad decisions and miscommunication, and yeah. So, I don't know if it was a setup or not per se. I'm not going to speculate on that part of the situation. I don't care if it was set up. I don't care who set it up or why. My concern is with the portion of the people in this country that are pissed off at the shooter for missing. Doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, doesn't matter. Any of that doesn't matter. You're pissed off because the shooter missed. If that isn't a clear indicator of just how toxic our current political environment is, I don't know what is. I told you guys this was going to be the month of finding scapegoats and placing blame on others so that the shit don't fall on you. And of course, it is already happening with this event. Uh, and I do remember way back, I believe in March at the spring equinox, I kind of threw it out there that we're not going to have a regular presidential election. And I didn't think that both of these candidates would make it to the end. I still do not believe that it will be Trump versus Biden on November 5th. I don't believe that that is what the contest will be. So anybody else, I'm going to open it up and I want y'all to share with me what you have been hearing or how you see what happened over the weekend in Western Pennsylvania from your perspective. Tamala, I'd like for you to start off, if you will. Unmute yourself.
Okay, hello.
Hey there.
Hi.
How goes it?
I don't think I'm really shocked.
No.
I'm just kind of like, oh, okay.
Right.
It
really
reminded me of I think it was like the biggest internal bombing.
In Oklahoma City in 96.
Yeah, that was like of a young 20-some-year-old.
Yeah, because I think
that's
you probably remember when Reagan got shot, but you were still a little, I don't think you were political at the time.
No, I don't even remember it.
Yeah. John Hinckley shot Ronald Reagan in an attempt to impress Jodie Foster.
Oh geez. Now when you say Hinckley,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think about, the people who are pissed at the shooter for missing?
I just feel like nothing shocks me anymore with politics.
Okay.
I think it's I guess that saddens me.
I mean, and thank you for that, Tamala. For me, I have made it one of my life's hobbies to, really study the depravity of man. I watch a bunch of shows that break down the mind of serial killers and the mind of sociopaths. And I watch documentaries about, a bunch of the depraved things that men or mankind does and has done to one another. And for me, again, it doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum you're on. I wouldn't want anybody to be having a rally and get shot and killed. I don't care what the rally was about. I really don't. And if we cannot no longer have divergent conversations about opposing views without the violent rhetoric and the violence, what are we doing all of this for? What is it really for? You know what I mean? Something has to give. We should be able to see and realize that we are on a trajectory of change because this can't be sustained. The current political climate and the vitriol and all of that. Biden come out on Sunday and said, we're gonna scale back on the vitriol and hate speech, which against Trump, and they lasted one day, and then already today they back to the same vitriol, uh, which politics, anything goes in politics. However, this is unsustainable. Jolene, would you like to chime in and tell me what you've heard and how you see everything from your perspective about what happened over this weekend? No, you just hear Jolene? And again, however, and whatever side of the political spectrum you're on, I get it. You are, you're standing up for what you believe and all of that, but wishing bodily harm or wishing death on the political opponent, it's not a good look. Not a good look. All right, all right. We are going to get into today's topic today, and today we're going to be diving deeper into your physical self personality. Your physical self personality is assigned to the crown chakra. But before we go any further, any questions, any concerns? Anybody got anything unresolved about your spiritual self personality that we covered on Thursday? Was there any questions? Anybody got anything still um, open in your mind about your spiritual self personality? Nope. All right. Your physical self personality resides in your physical body and it serves as okay. And serves as the center of accountability and transformation of your physical existence. Hold on, you guys, because I'm having issues. Okay, there we go. There we go. There is no greater initial indicator of exactly what type of life and lifestyle you are experiencing than that of your physical body. Okay, let's take a step back here. Being that the physical body is the center of our accountability and of the transformation of our physical experience, from our physical body is where all change originates. In order to change your place of residence, your physical body has to actually pack up everything in one location, drive it to another location, unpack it and move it in. That is some of the biggest change on the material plane that we can go through. Your physical body also deals with every internal change that goes on with you. So your physical body is the greatest initial indicator of exactly what type of life and lifestyle you're experiencing. We and I'm as guilty of this as anybody else. We make judgments about people based upon their appearance, especially when we're out and about in the stores or out and about uh, in doing hobbies or out and about at some sort of entertainment venue or out and about at a bar or nightclub or whatever it is, wherever there are other people around, we look at them and our minds make judgments from what we see. How many of us have come out of a store and there was someone that approached you asking for money? Happens. How many of us drive around and we see folks and they have signs, we'll work for food or whatever it says. Make judgments. Make judgments. Some of the judgments are snap, some are instant, some, some are good. The initial judgment is this person a threat to me? It's first judgment that we make when we see somebody coming towards us, encroaching upon our personal space. Is this person a threat? And what do we use to determine if they are a threat? Well, we judge them by their physical appearance, by what we can see, judge them by how tall they are, how much they weigh, probably their nationality or race or skin tone, skin color. We look at the expression on their face, and we look at their outer appearance. Anyone who says that they do not do that, that's the second lie they've told. It's okay to make those type of judgments. Your physical safety is much more important than being kind and ending up hurt or dead. However, you have been treating or mistreating your physical body is always on full display for the world to see and judge. I can remember during middle part of my crack days, I got real skinny. Yeah, got really skinny, and I could tell by how my mother and my grandmother looked at me and how others that knew me, I could tell how they looked at me that something was wrong. And also the person I saw in the mirror during my crack days sometimes was hardly recognizable to me, to my own self. So I know if the image that is reflecting back to me is hardly recognizable to myself, I know others who interacted with me or encountered me during that time had the same feeling. And then others judged me according to how I looked and according to what was going on with me during that time. And most folks judge correctly. I'm still always going to tell y'all that even at the worst of my crack days, I still thought very highly of myself. I didn't know what the big deal was. I was like, it's just cocaine cooked up, buddy. You snort it. What makes you better than me? Oh, okay, because you snort it. Okay. Anybody dealt with something like that where you've had a thing that literally changed and altered your physical appearance, and then you go through the transformation to come back to yourself? That's a arduous process. It is. And the greatest part of that is when you can look in that mirror and recognize that thing that's reflecting back to you. But we make judgments, man. We do. We do. Your physical self personality is your personal vehicle for change and is the vessel that facilitates every change in and of your physical environment and serves as your barometer regarding your natural health. Becoming fully aware of your physical self personality affords you every opportunity to maximize your life experiences and to physically live according to your soul's purpose. Any comments, any questions? No. Here are a couple of questions each of us need to ask ourselves for ourselves concerning our physical self personality. Number one, how aware am I of my physical existence? I mean, and what I mean by that is, do you know where you are all the time? Do you know where you are in your environment all the time? First time, do you know where you are in your body all the time? Second time, do you know where you are in your environment? And thirdly, do you know your environment? Is your environment mostly safe, peaceful, and calm, or is your environment one of busy, 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 go, 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 or is your environment one of constant traffic and change? How aware am I of my physical existence? Another question. Ask ourselves, am I a proactive participant in life? Or am I just sitting in the crowd watching the parade go by? What I mean by that, are you proactive in your health? Are you proactive in your excitement? Are you proactive in the things that matter to you? Or are you one that just sits back and allows life to happen? Do you happen to life? Or does life happen to you? That's the question. I like happening to life. I never liked sitting back and allowing life to happen. Go make your way. Don't wait for the way that's made. Go make it. Another question. Do I really appreciate being alive right now? Or is my attitude just towards life? You guys would be surprised how many folks I've talked to that actually voiced or still voice, I don't want to be alive. I'm sick of being here. I'm ready to go. Or something to that effect. I get it. I get it. You know, this living thing, especially adulthood, it's overrated, man. It is. It is, especially when we get to come here to all of the advances, but they leave the manual where we came from. You know, it's kind of like the greatest American hero. He had the suit that he could do a bunch of amazing shit in, but he didn't have the instruction book. So he's just winging it. Lastly, what, if anything, am I willing to do in order to transform any part of my current physical existence that I am not happy with? It's one thing to not be content or not be happy in any part of your physical existence. It's certainly another thing to be willing to do something about it. I became unhappy in my physical existence in the state of California for a myriad of reasons back in 2015. And I did something about that. I moved to Nevada. Sometimes all you need is a change. When I get tired of my current physical existence, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to fucking move again. Because that's how it works. I'm not going to stay anywhere that I'm not wanted, nor am I going to stay anywhere where I'm not happy or safe or I'd rather be happy and free and by myself than unhappy and attached or entangled with anybody. And this could be an intimate relationship, could be a roommate relationship, could be a job relationship, could be anything. We'll be happy and free and alone than encumbered and entangled in toxicity and misery. Any comments? Any questions? All right, all right. Your physical self, personality, physical body carries you through life and is responsible for your overall general and ailment-specific health and well-being. As soon as your soul enters your mother's womb, which is approximately 88 days before you are born, I cannot prove this scientifically. However, I know this to be true. So as soon as your soul enters your mother's womb and into you, your physical self, personality, physical body began to develop and evolve. Once you made your first appearance in the third dimension, your physical body began carrying you. How you were nourished and nurtured during your developmental stages and ages directly affected and influenced your physical self personality. I was born premature. I was born probably 5.5, maybe 6 months. I don't know. I was this big, as big as my two fists. I asked my grandmother how big I was when I was born. She said, ball your fists up and put them together like that. And that's how big you were. And I was in the incubator approximately 11 weeks. And then by the time I come out the incubator, my mother had already went back to work. So my grandmother was my caregiver. And how she nourished and nurtured me immediately after I come out the incubator directly affected and influenced my physical self, personality, and my physical body. The night that I was born, my doctor told my mother that he didn't think I was going to make it through the night. And he said, if he does make it through the night, he'll be a runt. Y'all know what a runt is. You're talking about I'd be malformed or small or whatever. I'm 6'4", you guys, 230 pounds. How you were nourished and nurtured during your developmental stages and ages directly affected and influenced your physical self personality. I've told you guys about some of the physical things that I've gone through in my life. Whatever health markers, I call that a health marker. Whatever health markers you currently experience were present when you made your first appearance in 3D as well. So when I come out my mom's portal, when I exited Maggie's portal, the issues that I currently deal with my colon, yeah, that was the beginning of it, or whatever caused it. It was with me. Uh, the propensity for that was with me. Uh, uh, I don't feel that we catch diseases. I believe that the things that we do exacerbate or enhance the shit that we already were born with. I don't believe it's all just about what you do or what you consume. Part of it, but not all of it. How you nourish and nurture your physical body after your developmental stages and ages strongly affects how much carrying your physical body can endure. So after we have developed, after, get through our teenage years and get into young adulthood, the things that we begin to consume and lifestyle choices that we make, and situations and circumstances that we find ourselves in, um, directly affect our physical self personality / physical body, and certain things can diminish or weaken the physical body's carrying power. I know when I used to have these debilitating episodes, where I would be down for the count 4 to 6 weeks. First 10 days throwing up, can't eat, throwing up, diarrhea, can't eat anything. Then I have about 7 days where I can sip broth. Then I have a couple of days where I can eat some Jello. Then I have a day or two where I can eat tuna out of a can. Then I may be able to put some lettuce with it. Yeah, it's and during those times, my physical body barely can get myself up into a bathroom and then back into a bed. I'm grateful that I don't have those type of episodes any longer. However, I get it. I get it. I get it. Anybody have a reoccurring physical thing that you've evolved and overcome a few times, and it gets better? It doesn't get worse. Anybody? Anybody dealing with anything like that physically? Sciatica, something like that, acid reflux, carpal tunnel.
Yeah, I have carpal tunnel,
Okay.
also cervical spinal stenosis, and so um if I overdo it, I'll have problems with my hands going numb.
Mm-hmm.
Um yeah, and then I'll like drop a lot of things. Like I don't know. Like
Mm-hmm.
yesterday I dropped like I don't know how many. I did half a dozen things, and they like broke. Like I'm like, seriously? Okay. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. It's really, really um, crazy how some of these things um, come in and attack us. And of course, when you first get diagnosed with anything, you go back in your head, oh, what did I do? You replay everything you did for the past 10 years, and it's really not about any of that. What it's mostly about is what you were born with and how you have nurtured and nourished your physical body from the time your developmental stages and ages were complete. Hey, good to see my good friend and one of my first students of the sciences about 15, 16 years ago. Ryan, chime in and bless us with your presence, my friend.
Man, I appreciate your diligence on it. I was listening on YouTube. I caught the live, and when you start mentioning your health, every time I notice you've had a health challenge just from me knowing you, you're so beyond it, even while you're dealing with it in real time. And you know that's spiritual fortitude, and I can attest to that. Like, I have chronic shoulder pain, and when you describe it to people, they're kind of like, "Man, how do you do it?" And I'm kind of saying to myself, "How do you do it? Focusing on it. You just got to keep going."
You just got to keep going, man. And
Yeah.
you have to learn how to anticipate it. Also,
Mhm.
also you can learn how to not feed it to where it will flare up. There are things, and if you're paying attention to your body, if you are
Mhm.
aware of your body, if you are one that's proactive instead of just sitting back letting shit happen, you'll be like, hey, wait, last time I drank an orange smoothie, damn, it made my shoulder hurt. So guess what? I'm not gonna fuck with orange smoothie no more. Let's see.
Right.
Last time I had a hot dog with onions, man, I had such bad acid reflux. Well, damn, don't have hot dogs and onions then. How about that? It takes, and that's how it starts, man. Do you guys, and Ryan was there in the beginning of the worst part of my cancer ordeal, my colon ordeal. And I had a list, a growing list of food on one side of the page and restaurants. And if I ever went in anywhere and the shit made me sick, I put the food down and the restaurant, and that was the do not go list. Man, he has seen me go from 6'4", 230 pounds to about 6'4", 160 pounds in a few weeks, and then on the way back. And this was over and over and over again. I do understand now that as much as that was a physical ailment and it was knocking me down, that was some very serious ascension steps that I had to take because of the years that I refused to do what I'm doing right now. I knew I was supposed to do this way back in my late 20s, right after my first Saturn return. But I said, no, I'm going to go get a job and I'm going to pay bills and I'm going to get a house and I'm going to do everything that normal people do. Fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. My master self was talking to me when I made the turn, 28 and a half, between age 28 and a half and 31. When it came back around again at 36, when I ascended up into my king suit, oh my goodness, it got so loud and so persistent. Yeah, it wasn't
And
long
then
before.
and then on your three vibration, you got the Queen of Spades in Jupiter, and you got a Seven of Spades in Neptune. So you have to use spiritual self mastery to address your health. You have no
Absolutely.
choice.
I don't have a choice. There ain't no doctor alive that could diagnose some shit that would happen to me anyway. I have to go spiritual. I have to go holistic. I have to trust the shit that I already know to heal me. I have to trust me
But I
first.
like how you match it with basic attunement. While you were talking about that list, that's awareness and attunement. Because
Yes,
a lot of us, and I'm guilty of it. A lot of us are guilty. But I know you take care of your car just as much as you take care of your body. And a lot of
absolutely.
people, we take care of all type of stuff and give no attentiveness to our body. But that
None,
body is more than just something that you walk on 2 feet on. You know,
bro.
your
Preach.
spiritual life could change by the way you take care of or don't take care of your body.
Preach, man. Preach. You preach to the choir over here, man. Yeah. And everything starts and ends with the body, man. Everything that you do Your body has to do it. Everywhere you go, your body has to take you. Anything you do when you get there, guess what? Your body got to get up for that. And then after all is said and done, your body got to bring your ass back home. And then it's got to do this day after day after day after day. A lot of us take for granted, man, our physical bodies, man. And a lot of us just don't know how simple and easy it is to be naturally healthy. You won't get broke being naturally healthy. You'll go broke trying to be woke and fashionable healthy. But to be naturally healthy, you won't go broke. You won't go broke. Thank you for that, Ryan. Here's a couple of questions we can ask ourselves. Do I feel empowered by or held hostage by my physical body? And what I mean by that, when you wake up in the morning, before you do your meditation, before you go to the bathroom, before you wash that face, I mean, when you initially wake up, do you feel empowered? Or do you feel like, fuck, here we go again? Is your body excited about awakening every day? Or is it just, all right, I'm here again. Let's roll over and do the same old shit. That's important. That's important. Another question, do I take my natural health seriously, or am I just accepting of my physical existence? And what I mean by accepting of your physical existence, are you one of those that say, oh, well, I have no control over what happens and and I got the body that I have and I'm just going to eat whatever the fuck I want to eat and drink what I want to drink and do this dangerous shit that I want to do, and I'm just subject to whatever happens? Do you take responsibility for your health, or do you just leave it up for chance? Do you listen to your body? You know your body will talk to you. Mine talk to me all day, every day. I got a thing in this left ankle, sound like the crickets when they get going. Popcorn popping, and yeah. Do you listen? Do you listen to your body when it tells you, okay, that's enough alcohol? Okay, don't eat another cookie. All right, you done already had a whole bucket of watermelon, buddy. I'm talking to myself. I'm being vulnerable with y'all. Bro, I have a I have a limit of things that I can indulge in. And whenever I go over my limit, I pay for it. I'm a 16-7, man. My karma is swift and the rebuke is crushing sometimes. If I put in my head, all right, I'm gonna go give me a couple of beers. If I have more than just a couple of beers, guess what? The next day, yeah, I pay for that. I pay for that. If I go and get me half a rack of ribs and a baked potato and a Coca-Cola, yeah, I'm gonna pay for that the next day. I'm gonna pay for that. You gotta be aware. Gotta be aware. Am I accountable and responsible for and content with my current physical body condition? And if not, what am I willing to do to transform it? We laugh about what I say about my little gut that I have sitting up here above my waist, and the fact that less than 30 steps away from where I'm sitting right now. In fact, if I lean like that, I have a gym. Got a weight gym, elliptical, Stairmaster, less than 30 steps away from me. You know, I go in there a couple times a day, but I don't fuck with none of that equipment except for the water cooler. That's where my water cooler is in there too. Oh, and the swamp cooler, I go in there to adjust the fan if I want it on high, medium, or low. I don't fool with none of that stuff in there. So I look at this thing around my gut that's protruding, and I can talk shit about it all I want, but until I'm willing to do anything about it, I need to just shut up about it. Because I must be okay with it if I'm not going to use something that's right there. It ain't like I have to go get in a car and go drive somewhere, or I have to go get on a bus, or I have to go check in and give a membership card, and then there's a bunch of people around. It's right there. So I have no excuse. If I wanted to play basketball, I got basketball court in the backyard. It ain't 10 feet tall, but I don't need it to be 10 feet tall anyway. I'm 61, so any shots I make is going to be okay. It's up to me. It's up to me. Am I willing to do that? So yes, I got up way closer to 240 a month and a half ago because I was eating a bunch of Swedish fish and a bunch of chocolate chip cookies. I'd go get a tin of chocolate chip cookies that had 12 cookies in it. And yeah, they might make it to the next day. So then what I started doing, instead of going to get the 12 big ones, I got the 10 that had a bunch of them little itty bitty ones in there. Yeah, and I ate just as many. You eat 25 of them real quick, especially if you got the munchies like I be having after 7:30, 8 o'clock. Yeah. So I was eating a bunch of cookies, a bunch of Swedish fish. I was sitting my happy ass in that red chair watching one of my therapeutic entertainment shows, and I was getting as wide as that chair was. I had to buy pants with bigger waist. And whenever I have to do that, that's my sign. That's my sign. So what did I do? I changed my intake. So instead of Swedish fish, I've been eating watermelon. And instead of chocolate chip cookies, I've been eating organic oatmeal with dark chocolate. They got them pressed in little squares. They are yummy as hell. After you get past the first bite, they are yummy as hell. But I made the change. Am I down to the weight I want to be at? No. But am I pushing 240? Hell no. And do I have more energy? Do I have less malaise? Yes. Yes. That was up to me. And then the last one I want to ask is, am I aging gracefully? Or am I just getting old? You know, again, how you physically present yourself to the world is on a stage, and people are making judgments about you. Even folks don't even know your ass. You out somewhere walking and somebody walk by you, you may not even be paying attention to them, even notice them. And they've already made a judgment of you, just like you made a judgment of them as they're coming and going, as they pass by. So, according to your age, according to your life and lifestyle, are you aging gracefully? Or are you just getting old? I believe, and there we come to my esteem and worth. I believe I'm aging fucking gracefully. And I believe I make 61 look pretty fucking good. Now, anybody else can have their own opinion about it, but I really don't care about your opinion. I know that I'm aging gracefully, and I'm just not getting old. Can y'all say that to yourself? No matter what age you are, can you honestly say to yourself you're aging gracefully, or you just tacking on years, you just having birthdays? Which one is it? Miss Williams, you aging gracefully, or are you just having birthdays?
Oh, I am aging beautifully.
All right now. All right now. You better be aging beautifully and not just having birthdays. Tamala, are you aging gracefully or just having birthdays?
Hell yeah, I'm aging gracefully. You betcha.
Woo,
Rocking
woo.
it.
That's how we do it over here. And then, of course, Ryan, I already know the answer, but I'm going to ask you, are you aging gracefully or just getting old? Ryan might be at work. He may not could chime back in. If you could chime back in, please do, sir. Please, please do. All right. All right. Your physical body is a true and accurate reflection of your hygiene and how clean everything about you and your physical existence really is. Personal hygiene. I'm talking soul, body, mind, teeth. When last time y'all had deep scale cleaning? Teeth. I wouldn't kiss nobody that ain't been to the dentist in a year. I just wouldn't kiss you. Sorry, I wouldn't. House, kitchen, etc. It's subjective, because what one person may think is immaculate clean, another person may be like, that's okay, and vice versa. So personal hygiene is subjective. What you think, feel, and believe about personal hygiene is determined by how you actually feel about your physical existence. Again, I am grateful for my physical existence. I am happy about my physical existence. I'm positive about my physical existence. And every day on this side of the dirt is a great damn day for me. So I feel good about my physical existence. So therefore, I feel really good about my hygiene. Regardless of your personal situations, circumstances, events, or happenings, your physical self-personality still regulates your personal hygiene. I've been around recovery homes, been in a recovery home, and then I helped run a recovery home. I've been around missions, been around Skid Row. I've been around homeless encampments and been around where a bunch of homeless people are. And I've seen with my own eyes, and done it. And I'll get to that in a minute. Homeless folk who every day go and take care of that hygienic thing. You know, I come by it bad because I'm a 16-7, so my first step, I got to be put together and my lines have to be straight and I got to be coordinated and everything got to be in its place. And then on top of that, I got Venus in the first house. Miss Lemons, will you chime in and tell the audience what it means for me to have Venus in the first house?
Venus in the first house, first of all, not only are you attractive without having to do much, because Venus energy attracts whatever it desires without even having to stretch out for anything. And it also brings like ease when it comes to grace and charm and, you know, aesthetics. You got to be put together. It got to smell good. It got to be coordinated by color, by size, by pattern. Like everything got to flow.
Got to flow and cannot leave the house unless and until it's together. Even if I got old raggedy uniform, I call it a raggedy uniform that I wear. I got these shorts and these t-shirts, and I flip the shorts and flip the t-shirts, and they're raggedy. They just, you know, regular old shorts, but I put them together and they be matching, and I don't go outside, you know, with my do-rag on. If I had a do-rag, I wouldn't go outside with no do-rag on. I'm not going to let you see me walking around in a wife beater. No, Venus in the first house. I have to come outside with my best. I used to have this motto a long time ago. Yeah, you may not can ever make another first impression. However, you can always make a fashion statement, man. Venus in the first house. Oh, yeah. So I have always been concerned about, you know, type of clothes I wear. I don't buy no cheap shit. I got this shirt that I'm wearing right now, easily 20 years old. I used to wear this on casual Fridays into my office. Easy, 20 years old. Still in tip-top shape. Yeah. We also know some regular folk that ain't so clean. You ever been to somebody's house and because of the condition of their house, you didn't go back? And you make excuses. Nah, man, I'm good. Nah, bro. Nah, come over to my house and watch the game, man. I'll buy the beer. No. You ever been around so much clutter that you get nervous? I stayed with a friend of mine that was a classic hoarder. I had to carve out a little space in his place for my stuff, and I almost had to put that chalk down like you put the Chinese chalk down so the ants won't cross it, so that he wouldn't come into the space. And I stayed as long as I could. Your physical self-personality constantly reflects just how clean everything in, of, and about your life, about you and your life truly is. How others see you is a direct reflection of how you see yourself and strongly influences your personal hygiene. I want to share with y'all the story when I was homeless in and on Skid Row, LA, 1992, I believe, 92 or 93. And every morning, I would get in line at the Union Rescue Mission, and I would go in the line, and they would let you come in to the Union Rescue Mission. You could take a shower, and you could shave and brush your teeth, and you could get clean underwear, and you get a clean pair of pants, a clean shirt, clean socks for yourself. And then you could wash clothes that you came in on. You know, I was there every day. Every day. Homeless. Now I'm homeless. I'm smoking crack. I'm drinking. I'm chasing floozies. I'm selling dope. I'm doing all the things. But every morning at 7:30, I was in that line because it was important to me to wash my funky ass every day. I was sleeping in my car. Sometimes I got to bed in the mission. Sometimes I didn't make it back to the car. I might sleep on the basketball court, wherever, however, whatever happened. Every morning. Every morning. I was in that line. See, your physical self-personality still regulates your personal hygiene no matter where you are. I stayed at the lake for a couple of months when I lived in Sacramento in the late 80s. Lived at the lake, and I would wash myself in the lake. Had a job. I'd drive into town and go to work, come back, and get out of my shit, put these shorts on, and get in the back of I had a pickup truck. Get in the back of my pickup truck, and I just drank beer and smoked weed. Not get up, get in the water, wash myself, get dressed, and go into town and go to work. Any comments? Any questions? Anybody got any cleanliness stories they would like to share? Nope. Here's a couple of questions. How clean is my physical body? And can I do better? You ever smell I've had an issue with my feet. They sweat a lot. And if I put socks on, I played a lot of sports when I was a kid, and I had these socks on and my feet sweating. And yeah, so by the time I come home from from practice and ripping and running all day, my feet would stink badly. And I was very, very, very self-conscious about that. We had shit in school where we had to take our shoes off in the class, and I wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Feet stunk, socks stunk so bad. I would put we had this stuff. My grandmother got this stuff from Avon or from the Watkin man, and I put them drops in my shoes. I put odor eaters in my shoes. I tried everything, man. Tried everything. To this day, I still have an issue with that. And when I take off my shoes, if I get one little hint of some foot funk, oh yeah, we got to take care of this. We cannot continue down this road. Jolene, did you want to chime in with something?
Hello? Oh no,
Yeah.
I think I just touched the
Okay.
box now. But I'm just
Okay.
saying hello to everyone.
Appreciate your presence. Appreciate your
Yes, thank
presence.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So how clean is my physical body? When I can smell myself. You ever smell yourself? Like, damn, how
That's
clean.
one of the languages of the body. I like how you said that. Like for me, that's one of the languages that your body speaks to you.
Mhm.
In smell, that's one of the languages.
Absolutely.
In pain, that's another language.
Another language. That's right. That's right. Thank you for that, Ryan. Thank you for that. Another question. How clean is my personal physical environment? Can I do better? I'm over here looking at my bedroom slash recording studio, and I got stuff pretty much in order. It's not a bunch of clutter here, but there's some shit on the floor that has been on the floor for a week or two. And I know if I don't get over there and take care of that pretty quickly, they're going to be shit from there all the way back to the workout room. And yeah, I need to go ahead and take care of that. I need to make sure I was blessed with a gift of a clean bathroom a couple of weeks ago. So I need to make sure that I go in there and tidy up so that so the bathroom doesn't end up in the situation that it was in before it got clean. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I got some laundry that I need to do. I got some sweeping I need to do. How clean is your personal physical environment, and can you do better? Another question, do I consistently make clean physical existence choices? And if not, can I do better? Do I consistently make clean physical existence choices? That is, okay, a perfect example. It's my season to eat a lot of watermelon, so I'm going through one watermelon every 2 days. So I go to the store, I get the watermelon, I cut the rinds off of it, I cut it up in little squares, and I put it in my containers, bring it in the refrigerator. I immediately take that rind and all the cuttings that I have in the bag, and I take them outside to the trash can outside, because I want the environment inside to be clean. The bag that I did yesterday had a hole in it, and I didn't realize it until what? I walked back in and my shoes start squeaking and sticking to the floor because I spilled watermelon juice on the floor. So what did I do? Oh, did I just keep walking and going about my business? No, I got some hot water and a rag and got my ass on my hands and knees and followed that trail all the way back to the garage and made sure I got that shit up off the floor so that nobody else would step in it. However, my first reason for doing it was I didn't want my shoes to keep squeaking. Call me selfish. I cleaned it up. How clean I made a clean physical existence choice. When I cook, I love making tacos. However, when I take the meat out of its packaging, I wear gloves. I wear plastic gloves. Because until I put some heat on that meat, I don't know what is going on with that meat. I wear plastic gloves when I deal with chicken. When I deal with any type of meat product, I put gloves on. No matter where I bought it from, it could be the cleanest halal beef I could ever get. Still gonna put gloves on. And then another question, am I satisfied with my physical appearance? And if not, what am I willing to do to change it? These are questions that each of us need to ask ourselves. Any comments, any questions before we move on?
I think one thing I could help add is when I've did those type of assessments where you walk that tightrope between the mundane, the practical everyday, and how do I see this in a highly spiritual way? That situation you described, I do something in my mind called hurry up and get moving. What that means is before I let the excuse come in on, yeah, my shoe is squeaking, but I'm going to get back to that. Before I let that run, I get moving to go get the hot water and the rag.
That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. I'm even this way about it. I'll cook and, make my plates and do all of that. When possible, I will clean the utensils while I'm cooking. You know what I'm saying? The pots and shit I got to mix shit with, I'll clean all of that. And by the time I get done eating, all I have to do is take care of my plate that I had. Because I've never understood how you can put dishes in a sink in water and leave them there. Like, really? Come on, man.
Yeah. And that right there shows the deliberacy of your choice from a spiritual lens. When you doing it in real time while you're cooking yourself food, that shows you're making a choice. It's one thing to say, hey, I'm going to eat a burger today. But it's another thing to actually go physically make that choice.
Yes.
So when you're talking about you're cleaning while you're preparing and how you are with that example with the watermelon, you're showing you're living your choice. A lot of us make choices and don't live the choice.
Absolutely.
You're living that physical choice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that, bro. Thank you. All right. Your physical body reflects your physical wellness, exercise, and other beneficial exertion. How you exert or work your physical body directly affects how much carrying it can efficiently perform and determines how long the efficient carrying can go on. Your physical body projects your appetites, addictions, and overindulgences. What you consume, and I'm talking about foods, prescription or illicit drugs, alcohol, and other questionable substances, what you consume into your physical body overwhelmingly affects how much and the type of carrying your physical body is capable of. Everything that enters the physical body has a residual effect. Everything. Remember this, what goes in always comes out, and it normally comes out in a very different way and form than it came in. Again, like I said, I got that workout gym that's 30 steps away. I got that basketball court that is out in the backyard. I go up and down these stairs that are on a real difficult angle. I go up and down stairs 15, 20 times a day. I do get out in the back and I do shoot a few baskets, and because the rim is so low, I get to vicariously relive my youth. I can dunk like this and dunk like that, and I have a little fun just by myself. I get a nice little workout, get a little sweat going up. I do some walking. I'll walk the perimeter of our complex. However, it's too freaking hot right now to be doing all of that shit. And I get me a little Tai Chi, and I do what I call old man yoga. I do it right there in that chair. Um, so I get some physical exertion anytime I can get some real physical labor done. Me and my roommate, we just serviced a couple of the swamp coolers, move shit around, fix toilets, any type of exertion or work on my physical body is good for me. Um, any type of exertion or work that you do for your physical body is good for you. And the more exertion and work in proper ways that you do with your physical body, the more carrying it can do efficiently and the longer it can efficiently carry you. Now, as far as your appetites, addictions, and overindulgences, I'm not making a judgment on anybody. You grown, you can do what the hell you want to do. I know for me, I'm just speaking about me, I have made a decision not to drink any liquor, scotch, rum, tequila, no highballs, no none of that shit, no tequila sunrises, no Long Island iced tea, no gin, no vodka, no none of that. Because my body just feels better without having to process through that shit the next day and the day after that and the day after that. Because I tend to drink way too much scotch because I like that good shit, and I have a thing about bottles. If I buy a bottle, I'm not satisfied till it's empty. So I drink too much of that. So I made a decision over a year ago, done with that. May have a sip on my soul return, but for the most part, done with that. I enjoy IPA beer. As long as I have a meal, I could have three. That's two, three, two, three, two, three, two or three is the max. Okay, three is, woo, I'm ready to start swinging around and get on that mechanical bull by the time I had a third one. Two is perfect as long as I have a meal. Three, I'll be a little tight, but then next morning, if I have just two in a meal, next morning I wake up just fine. If I have three in the meal, be a little fuzzy for about an hour or so, and then after I do my old man yoga, I'll be feeling okay. Anything more than three beers, yeah, you can forget it. You forget it. The next day is going to be done. So I made a choice that if I decide to go have a beer, I'm going to have two with a meal, and then I'm going to get my ass up and get out of there. That's my choice. I don't take anyone's prescription medication. I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't desire it. And I've got some time away from illicit drugs. Now, I don't consider marijuana an illicit drug. I consider marijuana a gift from the cosmos. Ain't nothing illicit about it. You put a seed in some dirt and you water it, and then in 9 months you get to pull it up out the ground and dry it out and smoke it. That's not illicit to me. Illicit cocaine, crack, meth, Molly.
Yeah, you don't have to be a chemist to do what you just spoke of. You don't have to be a chemist.
No, and it comes in its natural form. You don't have to alter it. You ain't got to, only processing you got to do is to pull it up out the ground and turn it upside down and hang it upside down. And
that's right.
That's all you have to do. So, yeah. Alcohol, I just explained my situation about alcohol. And for me, alcohol is not no everyday thing. The last time I had a couple of beers a couple of weeks ago. Now I may, if I hurry up and shut up, I may go get me a beer or two at happy hour. However, happy hour is over in 40 minutes. I'm not gonna rush through this just to go get a couple of beers at happy hour either. That's not the idea of all of this. And then other questionable substances, those other questionable substances mostly come in the processed foods and other type of shit that we buy at the stores. You know, I don't eat no Hot Pockets. I don't eat no Lunchables. I don't eat them little apple pies. Remember them Dolly Madison apple pies? You used to get them for 10, 15 cents. Yeah, no. Anything that can stay in my cabinet for 3 weeks, I'm good. I'm really, 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 really good. I go to the store and I buy 2 days worth of whatever the fuck I'm eating. Whatever I'm gonna cook, I cook 2 days worth of it. I go to the store every other day and I buy fresh for what I'm eating. My guilty pleasure, my indulgence, because after the show, I really don't feel like cooking. I would probably am not going to cook tonight, and I probably will end up at McDonald's drive-thru. Don't judge me. I like them fries and them them McDoubles, because you buy one McDouble, you get another one for $1. So I'm frugal. So I go get 2 McDoubles and a medium fry, that's $7.89. Come back, woo, woo. Tomorrow I'll get back on the watermelon and electric diet. Here's a couple of questions. How, what, and when do I feed my physical body? How do you feed yourself? Do you feed yourself to fill up your stomach until you're just bloated and miserable and be like, oh, damn? Or do I feed my body for fuel? I don't feed my stomach to fill it up. You know, a lot of us carrying around a bunch of unprocessed food in our intestines, and I'm not gonna get creepy or gross with anybody, but yeah, how do you feed? Do you feed to fill up your gut, or do you feed to fuel? What do you feed? I'm 88% electric. The 12%, I still make sure I get some really, really good shit. Okay, the McDonald's hamburgers ain't that great, but 88% of what I eat is on point. And when do I feed my physical body? I do not immediately awaken from sleep sequence and feed my body. I wait at least 6 hours after I awaken to fuel my body. And then I wait 6 hours after that and I fuel my body again, twice a day. That's my frequency. And then after I've eaten the second time, that's when and then I go out back and have my smoking ritual. I come back in, I had the munchies. Then I get, my watermelon and then my oatmeal and dark chocolate little cookies, and have a couple of little cookies, and might have 10, 15 little square pieces of watermelon, and then I'm good to go. How, what, and when do you feed your physical body? Another question: do I get enough physical exercise or other beneficial exertion? Like I said, I have to smoke. I smoke cigars and weed. I have to smoke outside. I have to smoke away from the house. So I have to go up 2 flights of stairs because I live in the basement. So I have to go up 2 flights of stairs just to get on the ground floor. I go up and down those stairs at least 15 times, 16 times a day, because I microdose with the marijuana and I take a couple of puffs off of my cigar, one of my cigars will last me all day and maybe into the next day. So I go up and downstairs 16 times a day, shoot little hoops 3 times a week. I do the old man yoga every morning. And anytime we got to fix something around here, I'm very eager to help. Do you get enough physical exercise or beneficial exertion? This next one, man, might trigger some of us. So this is a trigger warning. Do I get enough rest and REM sleep? Most of us don't get no quality REM sleep. Most of us just, you rest, your body is arrested. Your brain is still, but you're in a level of sleep that allows for your body to get its rest. But do you get enough rest? I take a nap every day right after I eat for the first time. I call it a sleepitation because I start off meditating and I end up snoring. every day, like clockwork, Monday through Sunday. It doesn't matter what's going on. Every day. If I don't get that nap in during the day, yeah, I'm a grumpy ass dude. Come about 5, 6 o'clock, I'll be grumpy as hell. Folks who live around me, they can tell if I've had my nap. They can tell. Yeah. Do I relax enough? You know, Netflix chill. For me, it's not Netflix and chill. For me, it is 70s detective shows and chill, or British detective shows and chill, or sacred geometry documentaries and chill, or I got this tarot reader. I believe she's in the UK. Her name is Baba Jolie. I just go and get on her page and just watch maybe 6, 7, 8 hours of shit. I even watch the readings. Ain't even for me. Oh, let me see what Scorpio got going on. Okay. Do you have enough fucking days? I know, all of us, entrepreneurial, and we want to stay busy and we want to get shit done. But I have days that are designed as fuck it days. Fuck it, I ain't doing shit. I'm just gonna sit here and veg, or I'm gonna sit here and watch that TV, or I'm gonna sit here and read this book, or I'm gonna sit here and not even do nothing. Do you schedule your fucking days? I do. And then lastly, do I get in the dirt enough or at all? I got a little patch out back. Every evening, I go out there and I put my feet in some hard ass, hot ass clay dirt of Las Vegas, Nevada. Every day. Each and every day. Do you get in the dirt? Do you put your feet in grass? You put your feet in dirt? Do you connect with the Om energy of the earth? I recommend that you do that at least once a day. Any comments? Any questions?
Yeah, about that, do whatever day. That's usually my Sunday, and my Mondays are usually like, okay, for this part of Sunday, I'm gonna do this, and then it whatever happens. Monday is my ultimate, like, I ain't doing shit unless I feel like it. And if I don't feel like it, oh well, it's always another time. Like, it's me time. It's me time. Absolutely. I noticed that during like having like a set schedule and stuff, compared to when I used to work all the time, and then when I took a break and then get back busy, I'm like, I cannot fill my week up doing something for everybody else every single day, and I never have time to myself. Like, that's just disrespectful.
That's disrespectful.
That's so disrespectful. Yeah. I'm like, oh no. We're gonna have at least a day and a half to 2 days where we can just chill. You know what I'm saying? And just enjoy the moment. And I love going outside because it's a lake right here. So I just go out in the lake. I be seeing like the little animals. It'd be so many dragonflies and different birds flying around. It's just so nice just to sit or just sit in the grass and just chill, look up at the sky.
Oh yes. Oh yes. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing, man. Like I say, I'll be back there having my smoking rituals and I'll be looking up through the trees and see folks and shit in the clouds and go step in that dirt and really just have a truly, truly grounding and awareness type of situation each and every day, man. And it brings you back to yourself, man. You could just forget all of the horse shit and just be one with yourself, be one with the dirt, be one with nature, be one with source. Thank you for that, Miss Lemons. All right. Lastly, your physical self personality determines what physical hobbies, sports, and entertainment you partake in, and works in tandem with your vocational self personality regarding the type of work you do. How you are physically built determines which physical hobbies and sports you can participate in. Your height and your weight can put you in line to play certain sports and exclude you from others, and can strongly influence the physical hobbies you naturally gravitate towards. How you are physically built also determines which vocational fields you can and cannot participate in. Certain vocations require specific physical body aspects, and without them, you will not be able to participate. Case in point, I was in the United States Navy for a stint, and I inquired about going on submarine duty. I mean, that's perfect for a 7. You want to put a 7 in a perfect place, put his ass in the bottom of a sub where he can go hide and be by himself. And I was told off jump that because I am taller than 6'2", I wasn't fit for submarine duty. I was too tall for sub duty. There were others that were too wide for sub duty. Submarine has got really cramped quarters, and so they need, short, skinny, lanky folk. You don't need people up over 6'3". Go ahead, Mr. Dennis. You was getting ready to chime in?
That was an accident. That was an accident.
Oh, okay,
My
okay.
apologies.
No worries, brother. So, we all have dealt with this at one time or another, either for ourselves or for a child that was with us, maybe our own, or maybe a cousin or a relative or whatever. Y'all go to the amusement park and there's rides that you want to get on. They got a line that says, if you're not taller than this, you can't get on. How you are physically built and how you maintain that physical build determines a whole lot. There's certain jobs you can't do, man. Certain jobs. If you now maybe after they've been on the force for years and years and years, but you don't hardly ever see fat police officers, do you? Yeah, maybe some detectives when they been in the force for a while. There is a fire academy that works out over on Arville, and it's right by the cigar shop. And I go by that cigar shop a couple times a week, and I see these guys running around. Yeah, it's some skinny, fit people that's in the fire academy. When I way back in the day when I was working for the California Department of Forestry as a seasonal firefighter, yeah, we were all fit. It wasn't no big, obese people in our regiment. We were all kind of fit, and in fact, they came to where, we were playing basketball and recruited some of us out of the park because they know we were fit. So here's a couple of questions. Do I keep my physical body in positive motion? Or am I physically stale and stagnant? Yeah, I talk about going out there shooting a couple of baskets. I talk about going up and down the stairs 15, 16 times a day. I talk about the walks that I do, and I talk about this old man yoga because I'm in positive motion. I'm not just physically stale or stagnant. Are you? Type of job that some of us have, we on our feet. Are you moving around or are you just standing there? You got a sedentary job. Maybe you're a guard at a gate. Are you just sitting there, or are you active and positive in your motions? Do you do things to keep yourself moving? Because if we don't move, we lose it. Atrophy is a thing, man. I've been bedridden for a few weeks and had to sleep on my arm like this, and it took me a week to get it to come back down because of atrophy. Another question: am I content with my current physical body weight? If not, what am I willing to do to change it? We've already talked about that. If I want to get rid of this little pony keg that's forming around my gut, I could do me some crunches and some sit-ups. Maybe get on that elliptical. Maybe even just start jogging instead of just walking. I can start jogging. Put a fat belt on and jog around. Couple weeks, maybe month or two, it'll come off. Am I willing to do that? Nope, not right now. Right now it's 108 outside. Wish the fuck I would go outside and run anywhere. Not gonna do it. Another question: am I content with my current dietary and nutritional regimens? And if not, what am I willing to do to change it? Again, the best thing I ever did for my natural health in 2009, 2008, and 2009 was to change my diet. I went from a convenient eater and a haphazard eater. You know, I went from being a glutton. I used to go to DNA barbecue in Compton. Ryan will tell you about DNA barbecue in Compton. They got
Man,
this going on.
they still beating places to this day if they was around.
I'm telling you, man, DNA barbecue is going on, right? And I would call in my order. I would get 2 slabs of ribs. I'd get an order of tips, rib tips. I'd get 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd get 5 of those individual sweet potato pies. I'd get a big thing of greens and big thing of cornbread on a Friday night. I call this shit in from work when I'm leaving work in Newport Beach. And by the time I get to Compton, they had the shit ready. This what I eat Friday through Sunday. I eat 2 slabs of rib, a big order of tips, greens, cornbread. No, that's P&G in Long Beach, Miss Lemons. I know the place you talk about. That's P&G though. She asked if that was the place that had the celebrities on the wall. No, that's P&G on in Long Beach on Anaheim Boulevard. Yeah, about Anaheim and 20th. Yeah, and I would do that every weekend, man. Every weekend. Can you imagine what I was doing to my body? 2 whole slabs of ribs and some tips. 5 individual sweet potato pies. The little bitty green I was eating wasn't doing no type of damn help. None. I deserved to be sick, man. I deserved what I got. I deserved it. I did a lot of that shit to myself. Best thing I ever did, 2008, 2009, was to change my diet and change my eating habits. Now is the time for you to be deliberate in awakening to your physical self personality. Now is the time for you to be determined in ascending with your evolving soul. And now is the time for you to be intentional in expanding your consciousness, mind. No matter what anybody ever tells you, your first obligation is to your sole purpose. Everyone else gets in line behind you. Your only debt is to yourself. You owe it to yourself to awaken to your mastered self. Any comments, any questions, any concerns about diving deeper into your physical self personality?
What do you recommend for anyone who's 6 on the physical? And is this call the right stage to show people how to find their physical number?
6 on the physical, you have a unique and uncanny ability to mimic and copy most any physical activity you could see. If you could see it, you'll be able to mimic it and copy it and be able to teach someone to do it. So I would recommend, I would throw a 6 on the physical in all manner of sport, all manner, like put them in dance, put them in anything that's dealing with the physical dexterity of the body, and they will gravitate to the 1 or 2 things that they are just absolutely the best at. They're going to be good at most everything that they do physically, but there'll be 1 or 2 things that they'll rise up above everything else, and then tell them to become teachers or trainers of those things. 6 on the physical I told you what I did when I went into this one job that I had, and I used my numerology sheet, and I put everybody in the company in the sheet, and I ended up having 5 or 6 people who were 6 on the physical. So what I did, I immediately made those people the trainers in their respective departments, because 6 on the physical, they can, if you working with copy machines and you fixing copy machines and somebody's 6 on the physical, they can mimic the copy machine and they know how to fix it, and they can teach everybody how to fix it efficiently and effectively. So I would definitely point somebody to dive into all manner of physical activity, dance, field sports, individuals, anything like that. Also, acting and in the theater, they can mimic that too as well. Put them in anything that is physically exerting and physically challenging, and they will naturally gravitate to that 1 or 2 things that they're going to be ultimately the best at.
Thank you. Got it.
Anybody else got any comments, any questions about your physical self personality? And again, how you think, feel, and believe about yourself is how others see you, because I am reflecting how I think, feel, and believe about myself right now. So how you're seeing me is how I feel about myself. And like I said, started off in the beginning, I look damn good. And I don't need nobody else to tell me that. I know it for myself. But you guys see that because that's how that I know it. I don't think I look good. I don't believe I don't look good. I don't feel that I look good. I know. Whatever your thoughts and feelings and beliefs are, you can keep all that. I deal with knowing. I'd rather know than think, feel, and believe. Any other comments? Any questions? We will be going into diving deeper into the mental self personality on Thursday. And as we head to Thursday, August 8th, I want to let everybody know that we will have the mastered self, I am presence, invocation, ritual live on the air on Thursday, October 8th. So you guys will definitely not want to miss Thursday, August 8th. Mark your calendars. Is there anything else from anyone? All right, if there be nothing else, this has been On the Sevens with Pfeiffer's B Metatron, where we come to awaken to our mastered self, ascend with our evolving soul, and expand our consciousness mind. We are thankful and grateful for each and every one of you for your support and your encouragement. Please continue to keep On the Sevens with Pfeiffer's B Metatron a part of your soul's journey as your mastered self awaits you. Let me leave you with this. What your name cosmically requires, and your soul spiritually desires, and your mind consciously inspires, your body will physically aspire, and your emotions will intensely transpire, and your intellect will proactively inquire, and your mastered self will most definitely acquire. Always be authentically you, unapologetically. And until Thursday at 4 o'clock, goodbye for now. Zen Uru.